Hey everybody, this is Guru Francis Serrano from Filipino Martial Arts School, and tonight is another episode of Bayani Talk.
You know that I just need to be free, and we can keep it going eternally. So let's get together with the true heads, keep it flowing so it never.
Everybody, this is Guru Francis Serrano from Filipino Martial Arts School, and tonight is another episode of Bayani Talk. So let's get right into that. So for the past 2 years now, me and my business partner, we've been invited to a SHOT Show this year and as well as last year. And thanks to our friends from Everything Under the Gun, Buttercream, and as well as John Correa from Active Self Protection for allowing us to be part of your team in the last 2 SHOT Shows. Now, for those who don't know what SHOT Show is the biggest gun convention in the world, held in Las Vegas every January, and again, it was held this year. It's only industry specific, so people who are not within the industry are not allowed to come in, but it's an amazing show. If you have an opportunity to go, I definitely encourage it. Now, one of the things that I love about being a marketing consultant is being able to check out all the cool stuff, all the cool toys that comes out. And at SHOT Show, it is a gun lovers, weapon lovers paradise. Not only are there the latest firearms, latest gear, latest accessories, but it also has the latest knives as well as non-lethal weapons or non-lethal tools that they showcase there. And one of the things that I want to showcase tonight is the Genesis Epic Flashlight. Now, the people in Genesis, first of all, are really great. Every time I would go by their booth, they always give me a smile, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to go visit these people, and I did, and oh my God, I'm so grateful that I did. And so when I did, I got to not only meet them, they're really awesome people, but I also got to see their flagship flashlight, which is the Genesis Epic Flashlight. Now, let's talk about the pros and cons about this flashlight. First of all, first pro, look at the way that the base handle, where the base is at. It has its own grooves into it, so that you have to, when you're pressing it, because that's how you activate it, is this way. If you have to press it in the proper placement, so it kind of gives you a good hand placement on where it is. So the second thing that I love about this is the grooves that's on here, so it gives you a feel of a better grip. Now, there is a clip here. The best thing about that, it's adjustable. You can move it any which way you want. Another pros is that, of course, the beveled top, where, you know, if you use this to kind of dig it into somebody and you turn it, it's absolutely devastating. One of the major features, before I get to that, I'm sorry. It has 4 modes. It's got the high beam, medium beam, and low beam, as well as strobe light. So how you adjust that, this turns it on, and it always sets it, from what I understand, it always sets it as the high beam. But to adjust it, you push this button here. Now, I'm going to turn this on. I wanted to show you guys something. I don't know if you can see it here. Let me see at the screen. Yeah. As you can see here, that the blue light here. This is the one that indicates if the blue light is on, that means that it is fully charged. You push that again, it gets into higher beam and low beam, medium beam, and to very dark low beam. And then if you push it twice consecutively, you have the strobe light. Another great feature about this is that it is USB rechargeable. The USB port is right here. This is where you charge this flashlight. I love this flashlight. Now let's talk about some of the cons. The cons about this flashlight is that to change the setting of the flashlight is right here. So if I was to put my hand here, the reason why this is very important in how you contour your hand is because if you put it here, notice that my finger is not where the adjust light is, or where you can adjust the light, the adjust button is. You have to make sure that your finger is in the proper placement. So if you put your thumb on this side, your hand is not in the right placement, but if you put it here, it's definitely in the right placement. I think even if you put it here on the other side, it's also in the proper placement. So I think that's part of the reason that. But I don't like the fact that it is activated by my pinky finger. It's like one of my weakest fingers next to the ring finger. So it's really hard to really adjust it just by pushing this. Now, maybe my pinky finger needs to work out more, But that's just my thought on that. Also, the thing I also don't like about this is that the original setting is not. It should for a tactical purpose. I think the original setting should be strobe, and then you could always adjust it accordingly. Now, again, this is just for my for self-defense, self-protection setting. If you have it at strobe immediately, and should you use to activate it, use this to defend yourself, it is in itself a weapon. The strobe light in itself is a weapon. Don't get me wrong. You can definitely use the high beam and maybe the medium beam, but definitely not the low beam because it's not powerful enough. But the strobe will definitely disorientate your attacker. So I wish that was the feature, but I don't know if the people at Genesis were thinking about this from a fighting point of view, but more of a practical point of view. But other than that, I really do love this flashlight. I think it's a great flashlight. The rechargeable battery pack. The rechargeable battery is something that I truly love. An indicator on when it needs to change the battery, as well as it feels great in my hands. So that's just my thought. If you have any questions or concerns, I'll be posting the website where you can get this flashlight, which is probably right about here. And if you have any questions or concerns, please like, share, comment to this post. Now, let me ask you a question. To anybody who practices any martial arts or any sort of self-defense tactics, outside of your primary weapon, either your hands or your stick or your sword or your knife, do you employ a secondary tool/weapon? Do you also use a tactical flashlight? Comment down below, and if you can, definitely post some of your techniques on there. We'd love to show it, and in this video, you've seen me actually showcase a couple techniques as well. My name is Guru Francis from Filipino Martial Arts School. This is another episode of Bayani Talk. Peace out, God bless, and keep swinging them sticks.